Chicago Bears, and we say welcome to the broadcast booth along with Tom Brady. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. It's the biggest Bears regular season game in 12 years' time, and this city is electric, waiting for this. Whoever wins is going to be in prime position to win the division. Now, matchup-wise, Green Bay loses Micah Parsons for the year last week. It's an enormous injury. How does their defense deal without him?
Yeah, it's certainly a huge challenge, but remember, last year, Green Bay was a top 5 D. How quickly can they adjust without the NFL's premier pass rusher? We're going to see tonight, 2 weeks ago, Micah Parsons chased Caleb Williams all over Lambeau Field. I want to see if they have enough team speed to do that again tonight. And for the Bears, I want to see how Caleb Williams continues to develop, how he built and how he builds on last week against the Browns. We're in frigid, windy conditions here. He dropped some absolute dimes, as good as I've seen. We are in for a great matchup tonight.
Place is rocking. Packers fans feel like the world is closing in, collapsing. But how do the Packers feel, Aaron Andrews?
Well, Kev, we loved how fired up defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley was this week. He said, I am ticked off. I had to answer questions like, it's over for the Packers. And he told his team this, I know we're without Micah Parsons, but we can't dictate our behavior. He said, I'm not going to change, and I don't want you to change. He told us there's been a real uptick in communication and focus this week, and he said these guys are ready to take this task and challenge personal. For more on the Bears, let's send it over to Tom Rinaldi.
EA, thanks a lot. When we talked to Ben Johnson this week, he was candid. It was the tightest we've been all year. That's how he described the first matchup against the Packers 2 weeks ago. His message to his team, change that feeling. There's no reason for us to be tight. Let it loose. If we go down, we're going to go down swinging. Caleb Williams will be without 2 of his top 3 wide receivers. Echoed that message. It's about our belief and playing to our standard. KB, we'll see if that standard is enough to beat the nemesis.
Tom, they played 2 weeks ago. It was a dandy. It came down to the final play at Lambeau. The Packers won. And tonight should be just as good. Spanish language broadcast available on Fox Deportes tonight. It's December in Chicago. It is cold, as you would expect. There's going to be some big-time winds crossing the field. They deferred, and here we go. They are ready to go. They've been tailgating all day, and now Jordan Love, who has done exceptionally well against Green Bay in his career. And you see what he did just 2 weeks ago. He was great in that game.
Yeah, he played really well, but he's had 3 interceptions in the last couple weeks. He cannot afford that tonight against this team that capitalizes on offensive mistakes. Needs to be at his best, his most consistent. Just keep spreading the ball around, use his vision, and play point guard tonight like he's done so well this year.
Success, it's always this question, Tom. What's Love got to do with it?
Sing it for me, KB.
What? You don't want to hear that.
Yes,
but it really is true, right? In the wins, look what he's done this year. 21-2 in the wins and the 1 tie. Passer rating excellent, 114. Packers losses, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, the turnovers you mentioned, and passer rating only 75. So bottom line is, when he's hot, Packers are good, and he can get hot.
Yeah, he's been so hot and streaky at different times over the course of his career. And good thing for Packers fans, late in the season, he's usually been at his best. And against this team, the Bears, he's been at his best too.
The black and blue division was forged out of fire and ice. The bare-knuckled brawlers played in a bloody rage, while a knockout punch was a necessity. The legend of the black and blue division will forever remain frozen in time.
Oh, it's so good, right? The oldest rivalry in the NFL. These teams don't like each other. 212th meeting, and we had a 10-play to 9-play drive and no points. Now Love goes back.
We're going to be playing our best football in December. I know that to be certain. We're just in a race right now to get better in a hurry, and the faster we get there, the wins will start coming, and we'll be just fine.
All right, I think if you told any Bears fan they'd be 10-4 in December and the number 2 seed in the NFC right now, they would have signed up with their mortgage, with their life, with their. I mean, it's been a long time, man. This city is buzzing this weekend. It's been great to be here.
Yeah, we were here in week 3. It was quite a bit different. They were 0-2, and it was 75 degrees out.
Yeah.
They've had a hell of a season, and Ben Johnson has come in and changed the culture with his accountability and attention to detail. He's got some great assistants. He gave them a lot of credit this week. But when you're trying to turn around and lose an organization, you need buy-in, and some of those wins early really help the buy-in. Ben Johnson said, I'm a stickler for details. But listen, in this game, details matter. It's all about tactics. It's all about doing your job consistently every single play and giving your teammates a chance to do theirs.
Great shot of Soldier Field in Chicago. Saturday Night Football, Packers and the Bears. And we say welcome to the broadcast booth. So this has been fun. Each team kind of throwing some jabs. 3-0 Green Bay. Jordan Love has a solid start to this game.
He's done a great job just kind of taking what the defense gives him. He's got a little mobility, so when they're playing all this zone defense, he's able to kind of maneuver around the pocket, find his open receivers. Now they got to go a long way. 95 yards. The Bears got them backed up. They got to dig their way out of this.
Do just that. Hey, there's some great football coming your way in the Trust and Will Holiday Bowl. Arizona takes on SMU. Don't miss a perennial barn burner. January 2nd, 7:30 Eastern on Fox. Well, the NFC is so good, and things changed a lot on Thursday with Seattle's win over the Rams. They're now the #1 seed. So both Seattle and San Francisco control their own destiny to get the 1 seed. And you see what can flip with the Bears and Packers. Obviously, the division, you could go from 2 to 7 in a hurry. So much on the line here tonight. He goes as we go downstairs to Aaron.
Well, a little bit development over here on the Packers sideline. No update on Jordan Love. They are evaluating him for a concussion, but it's cold over here, especially because the heaters aren't working and the bench for the offensive line isn't working. Tom, you know better about the rules than I do. If that happens, does that mean the Bears have to shut theirs off? Is that like a helmet situation?
I think so. That's definitely not what you're looking for in this temperature, and I think if it happens on one side, it's got to go to the other side. That has never happened to me in my entire career where the bench's heat goes out.
Meanwhile, the Bears call the timeout there. They're first of the half. That's what stops the clock. I feel like someone snipped the green wire, like someone, you know, a little sabotage situation there. And see it, by the way, those seem to be working. There's a lot of Bears around that heater. There's evidence. 2:24 to go in this first half. Malik Willis has come in for the injured Jordan Love and led a nice drive. Nothing better. Holiday time, downtown Chicago. It's so great. What a time to be here for two teams that are battling out for the NFC North and the oldest rivalry in the NFL. Christmas around the corner. What more could you want, Tom Brady? It's pretty good.
Be hanging with you watching a little Saturday Night Football. Doesn't get any better than this.
Welcome back to a windy Chicago. You see Caleb Williams there. Tom Brady will tell you, he makes a lot of risky throws. As for what that does to his coach, talking to Caleb Williams this week, he referenced another sport. He brought up Steph Curry. And there you see with that sky-high shot over Victor Wembanyama in the Olympics. That was one of the great shots in Olympic history. He said he feels for his coach, Ben Johnson. He knows it in his mind. He keeps saying, no, no, no. And then he makes a pass like he did to DJ Moore last week, guys. And then he looks over and he knows his coach is saying, yes, yes, yes. So he can relate. He's not comparing himself to Steph Curry. He's very clear to say that. But just to say, he knows those come with some risk, and he puts his coach through a lot on the headset.
Let's see if he can
back it up.
Back it up. They've only had 2 possessions here. They got stopped on 4th and 1, then they punted. This is the play if you missed it from last week.
Yeah, he rolled to the right, and then DJ Moore's all the way coming from across the other side of the field. Safety gets underneath it. Corner's tracking it down, and DJ Moore is like, oh, me? Oh, yeah, thank you very much.
They really dominated, but had to settle for 2 field goals. 6-0, they'll win the break with that. And Verizon halftime coming up with the fellas from LA. And we'll take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Head and Shoulders in this one. Ben Johnson's Bears will get it to start the third. Here's what we got in this first half. 179 yards for Green Bay, but again, they've been in the red zone 3 times. They stopped on 4th and 1 once, and they had 2 short field goals. But the big story, though, the injury to Jordan Love, being checked for a concussion after that hit. So right now it's Malik Willis in the game, and it's Green Bay at the break over Chicago, 6-0 from Soldier Field.
Welcome to the Verizon Halftime, the NFL, powered by Verizon 5G.
Well, the Christmas spirit may be all around us, but touchdowns certainly aren't. It is 6-0. The Packers on top of the Bears, who welcome you to the Verizon halftime after all those Verizon plays in the first half. And the big one, Howie, is Jordan Love out in concussion protocol after taking a couple of big hits from Austin Booker.
Yeah, and they were, textbook bad. I mean, I could turn into Clint Eastwood and say, get off my lawn. And in my day, this was illegal, but they were both purposeful, what you would call dirty hits, particularly the second hit. The helmet to helmet was
running in there full speed. I don't know if I'll call that man dirty for that.
Jeez.
No, it's not dirty.
The second one was a little rough. He pile drived him the first time, and he hits him with the helmet the second time. Now Malik Willis is in. Malik Willis has played really well for them when he's been in, and he's really thrived in Green Bay. So.
There's definitely ill will between these two teams. You can see that.
Yeah, I mean, the heaters don't work on the bench. My gosh.
Yeah. Well, that'll get you mad, make you mad.
Home field advantage.
Yeah, the heater's not working will make you mad. Well, the thing that I don't understand, and I don't know if it's, whatever the analytics that they use on these fourth downs when you have opportunity to put points on the board. I think both of these teams have done some things that just make no sense. Here, he just, to go for it on 4th and 1, put points on the board in a game like this. Sometimes I understand it, but not that time. And here, why get cute? Why run your tight end under the center, and then your snapper snaps it over the head of the shortest running back you have on the team? Makes absolutely no sense. Sometimes you got to guard against the analytics and the numbers and just do what you feel. You got to have a feel for your team.
Nothing wrong with points.
Yeah, nothing wrong with just getting points to have a feel for your team. Or if you're going to run a 4th and 1 down there, line up, hand it off, or have the quarterback do a sneak traditionally and get
mano on mano.
You wonder if the magnitude of this game doesn't start to get to you, especially early on. But, Howie was talking, Gronk, about the heaters not working. You ever had that situation?
I never had that situation happen, but they're both vying for first place, and this is home field advantage for the Chicago Bears. The jet engine heaters are out. The bench warmer heaters are out as well. And a guy like myself, I'm totally fine with that because I'm a tough guy. Terry, though, would probably run into the locker room.
No. We had big 50-gallon drums. We put wood in there, and they fired them up, and then we run over to the drum.
You had wood up there?
Yeah.
Fine. You got a little blower?
No. We just
I thought if the
had they just discovered fire that year, or what?
That's messed up. That's not from you, too.
Don't touch me.
But I wonder, though, I thought if the heaters didn't work on one sideline, they had to turn them off.
That's a headset.
Yeah. They don't have to
There's no rule on the heaters.
All right, look, the winner of this game will be in first place in the NFC North. One thing we do know is the winner of the NFC East has been determined. It is your Philadelphia Eagles for the second straight year.
When and they win the NFC East, as Kurt just said. Well, here's the guy to go and Saquon Barkley.
What a run.
102 yards rushing on the day. Just a big the stuff we saw all of last year, folks. This man is just outstanding. There's Sirianni, the head coach. He's thrilled. 29-18. Philadelphia, congratulations. Great job, NFC East champions.
He's the only one that looked excited in that locker room, though.
Well, they've won it back-to-back years. First time that's happened in more than 20 years, 21 to be exact. They've won the East. Howie, take a look at this game. Here in the second half, no touchdowns so far, and we're still waiting to hear about Jordan Love.
You hope that Chicago has to hope that the Caleb Williams 2 weeks ago in the second half shows up in this half. They got cute down there on the goal line, and I think Green Bay kind of had their way, particularly in the run game, and wasn't able to capitalize in the red zone again. It's who can make.
All right, we'll find out the second half coming your way from Soldier Field right after this as we keep an eye on Jordan Love and this great rivalry between the Packers and the Bears.
I'm Lou Canellas, back on the halftime report. Bears aren't giving up the explosion. Hit with two 15-yard personal fouls on the first 4 Packers offensive plays. Austin Booker with 2 roughing the passer penalties so far, the second knocking Jordan Love out of this game. Green Bay marched to the Packers 6, failed on 4th and 1. Bears get the ball, went 88 yards. 4th and 1 at the Green Bay 4. Ben Johnson too cute. Called the Wildcats. Snap went through Cole Kmet's legs. Overdone, guys. Bad call by Johnson. Bears were averaging almost 6 yards a carry. Offensive line was blowing up the Packers up front. Packers put together a 14-play, 78-yard drive. Brandon McManus nailing a 26-yard field goal there. After a Bears punt, Jordan Love sacked here by Austin Booker. But as I mentioned, ruled roughing the passer. Love left the game questionable to return with a concussion. Bears trail 6-0 at the break. Immediately following the game, we'll break down the Bears-Packers game, carry Caleb Williams, and also Ben Johnson's press conference, go inside the Bears locker room, and if the Bears win, hopefully, bring you Ben Johnson's good, better, best locker room speech to his football team afterwards. Jordan Love, he left the game again being evaluated for a concussion. Bears, one of football's top teams at controlling the football, controlling the clock. The Packers have run almost twice as many plays, have had the football 10 more minutes. Malik Willis took over, brings a new dimension. He can run with the football. He had 2 rushes for 20 yards in the first half. Bears wanted to get off to a better start in this game. Didn't happen. Caleb Williams had only 32 passing yards in the first half at Lambeau, 65 passing yards in the first half tonight. Bears, though, trail only 6-0.
The oldest rivalry in the NFL and a big one.
Saturday night is all right for fighting.
He stepped right in, Austin Booker, and Love is hurt.
Again, chippy, this rivalry, no love lost between these players.
Yeah, today's game flow brought to you by Progressive. Hard fought as we'd expect. 6-0 Packers. We get set for the third quarter where the Bears will receive the kickoff, and welcome back to the booth. Along with Tom Brady, I'm Kevin Burkhardt. So the Bears offensively, we knew without their 2 top receivers, but Green Bay without Micah Parsons has done a really nice job.
They've done a great job. They've limited, I think, the Bears to 3 possessions, which is insane. That's not a good feeling for an offense. When you've been sitting on the sideline the entire half, you go out for pregame warm-ups, you get lubed up, now all of a sudden you sit on the sidelines in 30-degree weather for an hour and a half. Now you got to go in at halftime and try to reboot yourself. There's a lot of tactical things that needs to change, but there's also, just from an energetic standpoint, you got to figure out how to get yourself up, get prepared. Here is the biggest half of football you've had in this city in a long time. Let's see if they can make something of it.
Now with the Packers, let's go downstairs to Aaron.
Well, the word on quarterback Jordan Love, he is out for the game with a concussion. I spoke to Matt LaFleur coming out at the half, and I said, with Malik Willis, what do you feel comfortable keeping in, and what do you take out with this offense? And he said, I like the majority of what we have. He said the guy's been here for almost 2 years. He's got a good grasp on our playbook. He said you saw that drive right there. He did a good job. He said the biggest thing for us, much like last week against Denver, guys, we need to finish. We need to score when we are in the red zone. Hey, here's something of note. Who is the emergency backup quarterback for the Packers? Matt LaFleur saying, I think at this point it's going to be Josh Jacobs, but we certainly hope we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that old rule they put in after that Purdy game against the Eagles in the NFC Championship. Well, the Packers don't have anybody else on their roster, so hopefully we don't get to that point. It's Malik Willis' show with Love out. Aaron, thanks. So the Bears will get it first. See if they get some offense going. Caleb Williams at 32 yards at Lambeau in the first half 2 weeks ago. They had 65 yards in the first half here, but in that second half 2 weeks ago, they woke up. See if they could do the same. And they're going to take it out on return to Devin Duvernay, who's explosive in this role. And a good return to the 34 as we go downstairs to Tom.
Well, KB, talking to Ben Johnson coming out, we started on the defensive side. He said if Willis, in fact, goes, and we know from EA that he will, he has full faith in Dennis Allen and the defensive staff to adjust to the differences that Willis is going to present. He said we know that they're going to emphasize the rush game even more. On the offensive side, he said, we're moving the ball effectively. I'm the one that screwed us up on that 4th and 1 play call. I'm the reason that drive stalled. Finally, he said the wind will affect every decision on when to go for it, when to kick, and from where.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
It's the anatomy of a handshake. Vince Lombardi, George Halas, old frenemies, if you will. They were good friends off the field. And Matt LaFleur, Ben Johnson, that wasn't quite as warm a couple weeks ago.
I see.
But that's the rivalry, right? I mean, that's what we got, you know? Ben Johnson had the soundbite. He's enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year in Detroit. LaFleur got the opening round, and now tonight is for first place in the NFC North and potentially the 2 seed in the NFC. A long way to go. We keep telling you it's the oldest and one of the greatest in the league. How about by the numbers with these two? Talking about wins, pretty close. Hall of Famers also right there. I mean, it's the legends that have played for these two franchises. And then championships, Packers have an edge there, 13-9, beating 212 of these historic franchises. And how about this? They haven't had it too often. Times they've met with a winning percentage of over 65%, 650 or better. The Bears have won once. You know when that was? 1932.
Oh my God, nearly 100 years.
Grabs a couple. This Bears run game, it's been a staple of what they do, right? I mean, the second best run game in the NFL behind Ben Johnson. Look, and we're in Chicago. It's home alone. You got to run through O'Hare, right? The young guy at Swift, the only teammate to do what they've done, right? How about 172 rush yards since that bye? That's the top in the league. And you see the explosive runs, right? That's also what they've done, whether it's in O'Hare or Soldier Field or anywhere else. That's been the backbone of this team. You know, it just feels right. 6-3 Packers, first place on the line, these heated rivals, and it's a beautiful 6-3 game, if that makes sense.
I'm having fun with this game. There hasn't been a lot of injuries, not a ton of penalties, just a lot of good, hard football, good, hard tackling, good defense. You could see the way the wind has kind of impacted this game a little bit. It's just December football in the Midwest gets into kind of a grimy fourth quarter game, not quite there yet. Kind of the game the Bears want to play, though, and the kind of game that the Bears have won all season long.
You're right. We're on 13-3.
Young guys, old guys, all that trash talking. Coaches are talking trash.
It's Packers Bears, baby. Come on. Yeah, it is. And, you know, as Taylor Swift says, now we got bad blood. Well, there's been bad blood for a lot of years. 212th meeting between these teams, but so much on the line tonight. And that was a big swing from Green Bay. The first touchdown of the game, somehow in, 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts, Malik Willis to an absolute perfect pass to Romeo Doubs to give the Pack a 10-point lead last seconds of this third quarter. To 35. He goes. Today's Next Gen Stats powered by AWS, and it's the blitz package trying to get pressure on Caleb Williams.
Yeah, more blitz tonight, and that's what they thought they would do without Micah Parsons in that four-man rush. They blitzed them almost 50% of the time. It leaves you vulnerable in the secondary, but without their top receivers, Odunze, Luther Burden, yeah, their first 14 games this year, 22% blitz. Tonight, nearly 50%. That's one answer how they're going to try to generate pressure on the quarterback without Micah Parsons.
They have the ball plenty tonight. They just haven't scored in the red zone. That's really why this game is still in hand. They're 0 for 4, and they've had some mistakes.
Yeah, a little out in front. That was good coverage. This was the lateral. Fortunately, the ball went out of bounds. And then the fumble here by Josh Jacobs, or the takeaway, depends if you're a defensive fan or an offensive fan. They call those takeaways on defense. Just a great job by the Bears defense, really buckling down when they needed to. But at this point, I know we've said bend, don't break a lot. You can't bend anymore. Yeah. It's a 7-point game. The weather conditions are tough. They got to pull some little magic out of their hat now here. They got to try to force turnover. Very best, hold them to a field goal and give their offense a fighting chance.
This holiday season, Fox Sports and Purple Heart Homes are teaming up to provide housing solutions for our nation's aging and disabled veterans through Hearts for the Holidays campaign. To learn how you can help heal hearts one home at a time, scan the QR code or visit go.fox/purplehearthomes. Well, I'll tell you what, these two teams have had their battles over the years, the oldest rivalry in the NFL, but because of that mishap and it took so long to kick the field goal with 2 timeouts, the Bears have to really go onside kick here. Otherwise, they would get it back maybe with like 45 seconds left. So it sealed the decision. Try the onside kick. It's laying around. Got to pick it up. And it's loose around. Who's going to get it? Well, this one's been great, obviously. More good stuff tomorrow. The Chargers and their postseason push full throttle against Dak and the Cowboys. Jags take on the Broncos. It's a good one, too. Other action as well. Check your local listings, the game in your area, only on Fox. Tough to top this one. 16 all. Packers, Bears in overtime. Packers got it first. The winner will be in first place in the North and the number 2 overall seed in the NFC. So not big stakes at all.
It's all on the line.
I mean, just think about the 2 games these teams have played in 3 weeks. At Lambeau a couple weeks ago was a great game, and then this was the end of it. Keyshawn Nixon with a pick in the end zone, the final seconds, and the Packers win it. Today, Green Bay is just got to recover an onside kick. Bears do that, and then they hit the undrafted rookie, Ja'Day Walker, who had barely seen the field all year on a 4th down touchdown, descended to overtime, and now they got a chance to win it. Bears win it! DJ Moore!
They go for the jugular. DJ Moore on the full field post. Off play action. Mixon, an absolutely 10 out of 10 A+ throw for Caleb Williams. He knew it when he let it go. That ball's in the air a long time. He's thinking, go get it, DJ. Go track it down, big guy. The throw of Caleb Williams' life. The catch of DJ Moore's life. What a scene.
One of the most improbable wins in regular season history. A walk-off for the Bears, and Tom Rinaldi is with one of the heroes, DJ Moore.
If we can get to him right now, DJ. DJ,
what's up?
How would you describe what it took to win that game?
It took a lot of ups and downs on our side, but we fought to the end, made this shit happen.
On the onside kick, you guys get the possession, you stop them. Take me through the touchdown pass that won it.
Just now?
Yes.
Yeah. We worked on it in practice. I seen the look. Nobody back deep. I just got to run my ass off and go catch the ball for Caleb.
This has been such a challenging nemesis, the Packers against the Bears. I see the nod.
Yeah.
What does it mean to get this one, DJ?
Man, it means a lot. And at the end of the day, it's after Packers always.
Well done, DJ. Well done. Go and enjoy it.
Appreciate it. My boy!
What just happened? Unbelievable. The Chicago Bears exercising all the Packers demons in a game they had no business winning. Let's go back to Tom with Caleb.
Caleb, we just talked to DJ. Take us through what you saw on the pass that won it.
Yeah. It's a hell of a player. It's a hell of a, I want to start out, that's a hell of a team over there, the playoff team. You know, we'll probably see them again. But that's a play that Coach and I, we were sitting in his office, one of those meetings, and we discussed that play. You know, it's funny how it worked out. But, you know, hell of a job by everybody to be able to make this play happen. Coaches, players, everybody in the building.
You've talked over and over with us about the power of belief, the belief that's built with this group. What was the belief when you recovered the onside kick?
Yeah, we know who we are. I've said it multiple times. We're a team that's going to fight to the end. And there was too much time on the clock.
And you did, and you got it done. Congratulations, Caleb. Great win.
Awesome. Thank you. The Bears.
KB.
Tom, well done. Holy cow. One of the best regular season games you'll ever see. And the city of Chicago says the Bears are for real. What a win, an overtime thriller. Unbelievable in overtime. This bomb to DJ Moore gives the Bears the win in first place in the NFC North. An absolute thriller of a game. What a win. Stay tuned for late local news, except on the West Coast. First, check out this trailer for our new show, Best Medicine, premiering in January. For our entire NFL on Fox crew, hope you enjoyed it. Happy holidays. See you next week.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. For NFL news and highlights, go to NFL.com.